Hi, friends. I'm here to share with you the story that we read at school today, and it is on the shelf in our classroom. It is called The Littlest Matryoshka. The Littlest Matryoshka, and the author's name is Corinne Demas Bliss. She wrote these beautiful words and this beautiful story about these sisters, and we are going to find out all about them in just a minute. And the illustrations, look how beautiful the illustrations are. Ooh. The illustrations are by Catherine Brown. She did a really, really beautiful job. How many sisters do you see? 6. And they go from the biggest to the littlest. In a small shop in a snowy village in Russia, which is in Asia, Nikola, the doll maker, was carving his last Matryoshka. From one piece of soft wood, he shaped 6 nesting dolls, each one fitting inside the other. They all opened in the middle and were hollow inside, except for the littlest. She was the size of a bumblebee, and she was made of the heart of the sweet-smelling wood. Nikolai painted each doll's black shining hair and black shining eyes. He painted each doll's red dress and yellow shawl. He painted a fancy flower on the front of each doll's white apron and a smile on each doll's face. You are 6 sisters, he said, as he set them along the workbench in a line, from biggest to littlest, and he named each one, touching his finger to the top of her head. Anna, Olga, Varka, Vanda, Nadia, and Nina. Then he tucked them one inside the other. He put Nina inside Nadia, and Nadia inside Vanda, and Vanda inside Varka, and Varka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. Anna had a pedestal base, so she could not fit inside any other doll. She had the fanciest flower on the front of her apron and the wisest look in her eyes. "Goodbye, Anna," said Nikolai, and he kissed her forehead. "Keep your sisters safe inside you, and may you find a happy home." Then he sent the Matryoshka off to a toy shop in America. On the long journey across the sea, Nina slept inside Nadia, Nadia slept inside Vanda, Vanda slept inside Varka, Varka slept inside Olga, and Olga slept inside Anna. And Anna kept her shining eyes wide open. She saw only darkness until she was unpacked from her box at a toy shop in America. There were other Matryoshkas there on the shelf by the front door. Some were bigger and some were smaller. Anna could only guess how many sisters they each held inside. Other Matryoshka makers carved 4 or 8 or even 10 dolls, each inside the other. But Nikolai always carved 6, for 6, he believed, was a lucky number. The toy shop owner opened up Anna and set her and all of her sisters in a line, from biggest to littlest, along the front of the display. Nina, the littlest, was on the very end of the shelf, way too close to the edge. So the toy shopkeeper put all of the sisters in a line on the edge of the shelf, right near the door to the toy store. But little Nina, she was very close to the edge. She was too close to the edge, in fact. One March day, the very end of winter, a shopper in a puffy coat brushed against the shelf, and Nina was knocked right off. No one noticed except for Nina's sisters, but there was nothing they could do. They could not lift their painted arms to reach out for Nina, or open their painted lips to cry for help. Nina rolled to the doorway of the shop, and then, in the bustle, she was kicked outside by a customer as he left. It had begun to snow, and soon Nina was covered by the snow. Oh my goodness. In the morning, the shopkeeper shoveled the sidewalk in front of the toy shop. Nina was shoveled right out to the street. Later that day, the snowplow came and pushed all the snow into a pile. The pile was shoveled up into a dump truck. Nina, nestled in the snow, saw only whiteness. The muffled sound of the truck reminded her of the ship's engine, and she dreamed she was on the sea again, on her way to America. The truck dumped all the snow on top of a big pile outside of town. That evening, the shopkeeper discovered that the littlest Matryoshka was missing. He looked everywhere, but he couldn't find her. So he put Nadia inside Vanda, and Vanda inside Varka, and Varka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. And he put the Matryoshka on the sale table. The next day, a little girl named Jessie came into the store with the money her grandfather had sent her for her birthday. She had seen the Matryoshkas on display in the store weeks before and longed for one. But now she found out that they were all too expensive, and she didn't have enough money. She was just turning away when the shopkeeper pointed out Anna. "Well, the littlest doll is missing," said the shopkeeper, "so I'll let you have that Matryoshka for half price." Jessie had just enough money to buy the Matryoshka. When she got home, she set the dolls along her dresser in a line, from biggest to littlest. And at night, she put a ball of cotton inside Nadia. So she took all of the Matryoshkas, all of the sisters, and she put them in a line, from biggest to littlest. But Nina was missing. So Jessie opened up the last sister and she put a cotton ball inside. So Nadia wouldn't feel so lonely and empty. Then she put Nadia inside Vanda, Vanda inside Varka, Varka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. And she set Anna by the window so she could look out at the moonlit, snowy fields and the star-filled sky. Anna kept her shining eyes wide open, watching for Nina and remembering Nikolai's soft voice. Keep your sisters inside you. Keep them safe. Jessie put all the sisters back inside of each other. Back inside. She put Anna by the window so Anna could watch. Nina spent the night in the snow pile. In the quiet of early morning, spring took the place of winter. The sun came out, and the great thaw began. The snow above Nina started melting, and soon she could see sunlight making its way through the icy crystals. By the next afternoon, all the snow around Nina had melted away. For a while, she lay in a little puddle in a pocket of snow. When that melted, she was carried along in a rivulet of melted snow down the hillside to a stream. Nina rolled and tumbled along in the current. She had glimpses of the sky and glimpses of the sandy bottom, glimpses of the rocks that whooshed past. A roar in the distance got louder and louder. It wasn't a truck or the engine of a ship. It was a waterfall. Suddenly, Nina was caught in a rush of water, and then she flew off into space and came down in foaming surf. She was pounded deep in the water, but popped up and was carried off downstream once again. The stream widened and branched into two. Nina traveled down up one fork to an inlet. She floated gently along in the slow current. A great blue heron, back from the south now that the ice had melted, was hunting in the shallows. He spotted Nina and snapped her up. When he discovered she wasn't anything to eat, he flicked her away. Thank goodness. She landed in a cluster of oak leaves on the shore. It was good to be on land again, and Nina was happy that she had come to rest face up, so she could watch the darkening sky, the arrival of the moon and the stars. She thought about Nadia and Vanda and Varka and Olga and Anna. The face in the moon reminded her of Anna's face, round and wise, and she felt comforted. In the morning, a squirrel came foraging among the leaves. He mistook her for a nut, snatched her up, and dashed off with her to his nest in the eaves of the attic. When he saw that she was only a piece of wood, he shoved her out of the nest, and she fell to the roof of the porch below. She rolled down the slope of the roof into the rain gutter, down the slope into the rain gutter, and then tumbled down the copper drain pipe. A cat, dozing in a patch of sunlight at the corner of the porch, was startled by the sound. He opened his eyes just as Nina rolled out of the end of the drain pipe. He pounced at her, and when Nina rolled away, he pounced again. A little girl was just coming out of the house. Her eye was caught by the red of Nina's dress. "What have you got there?" she asked the cat as she bent down to look. She picked up the littlest Matryoshka. "Oh, you found us!" she cried, for the little girl was Jessie. She ran upstairs to her bedroom. She wiped Nina carefully with a handkerchief, and placed her in a circle with her sisters so that they could all see each other again. She took the little piece of cotton out of Olga. Make a nice circle for the sisters. Nina could see them all, and they could all see her, and how they rejoiced to be together again. That night, Jessie removed the cotton ball from Nadia, and she put Nina inside Nadia. And she put Nadia inside Vanda. And she put Vanda inside Varka. And she put Varka inside Olga. And she put Olga inside Anna. Now your sisters are safe inside of you, Jessie said, and she kissed Anna on the forehead. Anna smiled the smile that had been painted on by Nikolai the doll maker in Russia so long ago. The end. Isn't that a beautiful story? Oh, I love that story from Russia, and I love that our Matryoshka matches the artist's drawings. This work is in our classroom, and the next time you come, you can retell that story. Okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed the Littlest Matryoshka, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. All right, see you soon. Love you all.